Welcome back to the Juice.
Bang.
Who wants to take a guess at how many times James Halpin vomited on the way to Connecticut?
Ooh, is there like...
There's a number.
Is there an over-under?
I'll give you...
Actually, no.
No, we're going to have to
We got to just do a guess.
We got to just guess, because the over-under is going to put it within one.
Gotcha. And the drive ended up being, what, 3 hours? 3.5? 4?
We drove 2 hours. Well, we got to dinner. It was about 2 hours and 40 minutes from dinner to your house. So that's the only time. He vomited for the first time at dinner, and he vomited for the last time about, what, an hour ago? Yeah.
I know the number, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah. All right. We all should know the number.
Oh, so...
we know
it's not
ish.
2, you're saying? You're saying there were, like, multiple times within those
Yes.
times?
Yep. Yep.
It started at Outback, Longhorn.
Longhorn.
Oh, Longhorn's not bad.
Edgar, you want to venture
I
the
know
first
it.
guess?
I know it. Oh, I know it in the car.
All right. Edgar goes 6. It's a very solid first guess.
Are we including Longhorn or no?
Yeah. To Connecticut, the track.
Then I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 90% sure.
I'm 90% sure as well. What are you doing?
I mean, I was going to say
What were you gonna
5, like 2 the first time, 3 while driving, but...
say? Okay. She's going 7? Good guess. Do you want to venture a guess, bro?
6.
Okay. Is that the same as your brother, right?
Yeah.
8.
Okay. I think that... What did you think the answer was?
I have 7 counted.
I have 7 in my head, too. James, can you clarify?
I think it was 4 in the car
I
and
thought it
3
was 4
at
in the
Longhorn.
car, 3 in Longhorn.
Checks out.
Tell me who you know doing things like the Lemon Boys do it on the way to the top. This just elevator music, matter of fact.
Spikeball's full of a bunch of losers.
I'ma put it in reverse like Fanaki, cocky. Never be killing these brothers softly.
I had one Blue Moon, but I think I drank it on the way here.
Y'all be driving stick shift. This is auto. You know I turn it up. Get it up. I wanna beat up the beat. You gotta see us.
Hey guys, it's Kyle Keenan. Keenan is key.
Gabe Fanaki is going to be playing with...
You know I'm about to eat like a Ryan Paul. Too tough, no rest crown. I wear it. Big cut, big flex. Mike Garrett. Running game round here. This is natural. And you know I got the touch like a masterful. Spike lemonade. On the way to the top, about to elevate. Spike lemonade. And the boys don't play. Better get it straight. Come on!
Honestly, with the Discord, dude, I honestly just thought it was like, it was a bit of a bitch-ass move.
Are you serious?
That's so good.
You're listening to Spiked Lemonade, the only roundnet podcast that squeezes out all the juice in the roundnet community right now. I'm here with good star and co-host
Joshy D's.
and the one and only whose basement we're currently sitting in right now. You probably have seen him at tournaments, the nerd behind the camera. His name is...
Hi, I'm Noah Vasington. It's good to be on here.
I would love to say it's good to have you, but obviously we didn't invite you.
Yeah,
There's
it's
actually
debatable.
a story behind why he's on the podcast. Want to take that away, Josh?
I can. I actually wanted to pass it over to Noah and allow the people to get like a firsthand account from how you saw this come together, because it's fun.
Sure.
We can go back and forth, but start it off.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the exact details, but so going back to last year at the Maryland tour stop run by East Roundnet,
Yep.
similar to tomorrow's tournament.
Mhm.
Josh and I made a bet. There were a couple mashup teams on who would end up winning the tournament.
Yep.
I believe I took Marino and Ryan
Gross. Yep. And I
then-
took Clark and Joe Bondi.
Yes. And Marino, or the Ryans,
Yep.
slightly underperformed.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get knocked out by Bono, and Dimitri played with Bono, right?
Mhm.
But it was,
Is
they were not looking good.
Is that a shot at Matt?
No, because Bono and Dimitri took a game off of Marino and Gross, didn't they?
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were shooting that at Matt, because
No,
that's
no,
who eliminated Matt.
Wasn't that? Fuck that.
Yeah, no. Bono and Dimitri were just popping off again.
They were playing good.
But then
Semifinals, right?
Yeah, semifinals. It came down to Ryan's versus
Gross and
Gross.
Bondi.
yeah,
Yeah.
or not Gross and Bondi, but Bondi and whoever.
Oh gosh,
Marshall.
Clark and Bondi. My bad. Yeah.
Good 3-game series.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was observing.
Wait a minute. I don't think it was. I think they beat them in 2
The semis?
semis.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I think it was in 2, bro.
I don't remember.
I think the second game
I
was.
don't remember.
I don't think the second game was particularly close. Who was there that day and played?
I was.
I know, but somebody that could pull up the flango. That's here right now. Mike, Mike, did you go to that tournament? Were you in Maryland
Maryland.
Baltimore.
when
Yeah.
Gabe won and he was playing with
Modell.
Modell?
No, they came in second.
Yeah.
Gabe came in second. Clark and
Clark
Joe
and
Bondi.
Bondi.
Dang. Was anybody there? Cruz, were you there? Pat, did you go? We'll have to look
The
it up.
Maryland Monumental
Yeah.
tour stop last year. No?
One other point about that
Go
tournament.
ahead. Fire it off. I'll look it up.
It is the absolute worst that I have ever played in a tournament.
That day?
Yes.
Why do you think?
So the Friday before, I had to work till 8 p.m. So I didn't leave Connecticut to drive down to Baltimore till like 10 p.m. And I picked up Brody Ulrich, who I played with, and we drove all the way down. We got there at like 4 a.m., slept in the back of my car at the field for 2 hours, and then helped set up for the tournament right at 6. I just didn't have the energy, and I hadn't played in a while because I was just doing a bunch of video stuff, or there weren't a lot of tournaments recently nearby.
So 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
That's
I-
actually nuts.
And it was good sleep. We slept real nice in the back of the car.
It was good
It
for
was-
2 hours.
It's a good
It-
2
it-
hours.
It
How
was
many of you?
Very comfortable. Me and Brody, just 2.
In the back of the car.
Yeah.
Together?
Yeah.
Dang.
Cuddle?
On mats. Not cuddle.
On mats.
Oh, all right, all right.
Okay, hold on. Let me just interject here, and then we'll leave this alone. The score was 21-19, 21-14 into the Ryans went down to Clark Marshall, Joe Bondi that day. Because I remember looking at it and being like, "Oh my gosh!" And when we made the bet, what was on the line? If I won the bet, you had to come on the podcast.
Yeah. The bet
Which I didn't agree to, by the way. I would.
It was
It should
pre-match
have been the other way.
actually.
It should have been the other way
No.
around.
Yeah, the bet was that if the Ryans lost, I would owe an episode on the podcast. And on my side of it, I wasn't opposed to coming on the podcast. I thought it would be fun. So I just chose there to be nothing at stake except for just
The appearance.
bragging rights and
Right. That's right. That's right.
fun time.
That's right.
So I'm glad to be here. It's fun.
Yeah.
It was like a good, or I won either way, even if
Yeah.
I lost.
Right. That's fair.
So
That's fair. And that was last year in July, so we're a little late. But I remember we wanted to do the episode last time we were in Connecticut, and that tournament was over so quick. And like you were running around all day, so I don't think it ultimately would have worked out like at the field or after, and we kind of scurried home. But that's sort of like the origin story of getting Noah on the podcast. Again, I don't think you were like super opposed. How do you like doing this kind of stuff?
I have my own thoughts of my like speech habits where I talk very slow and monotonously. So I don't think I'm necessarily good or like the greatest for podcasts or like speech oriented content. But I enjoy listening to this stuff and I'm excited to try it. So,
There you go.
That's that. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think everyone is their own biggest critic, but I feel like when you talk slowly and break things down slowly, it's easier to digest. And I actually like just listening to you talk. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
I feel like I critique myself the other opposite way because I think I talk fast and I mumble a lot. So
you two have to just. He's got to pick it up a bit. You have to slow down a bit.
I think so,
And then you're
yeah.
the perfect podcasting team.
maybe.
maybe.
It could be.
Josh, you might be getting squeezed out of this.
It could happen. I mean,
There'd be a little too much bickering.
Maybe.
It was just Matt and me.
That's true.
it would be a lot of bickering.
We actually hopped on a call to talk about East Roundnet with Ben Dantowitz. And the first thing I hear when I come on is something like, "Oh, I don't want to be here anymore." Just because, and I just joined. I'm trying to help grow the sport. And Noah Vasington over here is just like,
He's
"Oh,
like-
this kid's here?" Oh, moaning and shit.
That's fair. That's awesome. So you started roundnet wise living in Tennessee and growing the game over there.
No.
No?
So I
Back me up.
I grew up in Tennessee, but I didn't know of roundnet until I was living in Connecticut.
When'd you move?
Going into 7th grade. So like I got into roundnet.
You weren't balling in 7th grade?
No.
Okay.
This was
I don't think any of us were.
no. But I got into roundnet right after high school or like during the pandemic. I had played like casually, especially during the summer of 2020 with friends. I wanted to get competitive, so I started playing in 2020. But at the time, my friends were just having fun with me, and we played all the time. But I'm the only one that was like converted into the competitive scene. And the thing that really got me into it was the video editing and like, especially at that time, taking stats and doing stats. Because like one of the first people that I got really connected with at a higher level was Max Modell. This was still when Max was at Yale, so he was like close by. I would see him at Connecticut tournaments and whatnot. And I started using his app to take stats on all of the like friendly games that I did with my friends, and we would just see who was the best player within our friend group, comparing RPR and whatnot. I was always at the top of the list just because
You were taking the stats.
yeah, well, no. But it was a good competition between friends, especially when someone was just doing terribly for a few games in a row.
Yeah. True. Okay, so that was the birthplace. What did your contender grind look like? How many tournaments did it take you? Who did you play with? Was it the same guy the whole time? Where did you get Premier?
So, when I started playing competitively, I was like really into it right away. When the SDS, or I guess at that time it was still SRA, but when SRA started back up after the pandemic for 2021, and the SDS started coming about, I went to Orlando in 2021, the first tournament, which ended up getting like tsunamied out.
Yeah.
It was a real good time, but at that time, because I was traveling so much and I didn't have people traveling with me, it was a lot of like the free agent search that everyone dreads. And there's a lot of fun to be had in that, meeting new people and like playing with different styles and whatnot. But it is really hard to play really well with someone that you don't really know. So like I knew people at UConn because I had played with them, and we had like college tournaments that we played in. But going to like Orlando, I went to Salt Lake City in 2021, played I played with Solomon Berry, not in the SDS event, but just in a Utah tourney leading up to the SDS event. I ended up playing with why am I forgetting names now? But I played with a guy from California and in Utah, and we did not play well. I mean, at this time I was still pretty bad. Like, this is the time where I was grinding. I was practicing a lot of setting, a lot of serving, just hitting into my garage door. My dad would get mad at me because he would think that I was like going to dent the wall a little bit. So he had me put a cardboard box up against it so that I would hit into that instead of the door. But a lot of it was playing by myself, because when school isn't in session, during the summer especially, there's not really anyone nearby. Everyone's either an hour away or they're on vacation.
Right.
So like when school is in session, that's the only time that I have a lot of people near me and will play a good amount. So grinding it at the beginning was a lot just by myself, getting my fundamentals up. And I absolutely sucked when I first started playing with UConn. And that I actually started playing with them when I was in high school, because my high school was right next to campus. So I met them while I was on a long run for cross country and just came after practice and asked if I could join, and that's how I got started.
Wow.
That works.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
But yeah, I went to a lot of tournaments, played with a bunch of different teammates that I didn't know before going into the weekend. And that's where I like fell in love with the community aspect. Later on, I kept playing more. In 2022 is when I eventually ended up getting Premier. And I got it at one of the sanctioned tournaments, which was, yeah, I'm the first one to come out, especially around that time. I don't think I should have been Premier. And like in my current state, I can compete with some Premier teams, but I don't think I'm playing enough to maintain my Premier status. I've taken more of that backseat, more administrative or creative outlet type of.
Do you
approach
still
to the
have
sport.
Premier going into this season?
No. So last year, I didn't play many tournaments.
Okay.
I went to all of the U.S. majors, but I was doing round network work.
Right.
So I didn't play in a lot. The few that I did, like Maryland, I didn't play that well at. I went to Nashville, played with Houston Sproles. Played okay, but didn't play well enough to qualify. And I was a first round exit in bracket at every tournament that I went to. But that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
I would enjoy going for Premier again because I think the contender division is a lot more whitewashed currently, and like getting Premier isn't necessarily as hard. But then again, there's not a lot of events this year, especially nearby.
Yeah.
That's true.
East Coast got fucked with events this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know if I'm even going to be able to go to Boston, and that's like
The closest
only
one, yeah.
nearest one.
That's August now, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because that's like the weekend after Worlds.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
going to
that's
Worlds?
Yeah.
You're going over there,
Yeah.
right? Did you hear anything about them replacing the Boston date with a Long Island date?
No, I have
No, that's the earlier Boston
I don't know
date.
about
The
that.
one that East Roundnet Boston date is getting replaced with an East Roundnet Long Island date.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
strictly
Yeah.
East Round.
Just East Roundnet,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the Spikeball Tour Series Boston date's not moving?
No, that's still in August.
Yeah. Like Boston will still be a challenger, but it's in August. But
Right.
there's no like fill-in spot for that weekend, at least not currently.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard a little rumor mill, but maybe it wasn't accurate. Dang. Okay. So
So ultimately, if I may,
yeah, dive.
you last year you took a backseat off playing.
Yep.
Started doing a lot more filming, video work. I remember seeing you in 2022 doing more photo work. And then last season more video work. What caused that transition from photo to video and editing and the video production side of things?
So, I mean, my whole like content creation phase started right when I got into RoundNet. I went back when everything was in the SRA Facebook group. I brought up the idea of why don't we just have scoreboards on the game footage that's being uploaded to YouTube? Because there was like Drew Chiswick's YouTube channel that had loads of footage, and it eventually became HDR Plus. And I like learned After Effects, created scoreboard graphics to be used on top of video, and that's where I got my start in content for RoundNet. I ended up working as an editor for HDR Plus along with Ryder, and that's where I got somewhat close with Ryder and Preston. But since then, now that the SDS had started back up, there was less third-party tournaments that were getting footage upload, and that being the main source of content for RoundNet. So I took a step back from video editing, and I got into photos because my mom and sister had a camera. I would go to tournaments, and if they weren't using it that weekend, I would just bring it along because I could. And so I did that along with things just on the side, nothing serious. This past year, though, one of my good buddies, Quinn Hills, who did video work for UConn Athletics and is now working as an assistant director for the creative content team of Oregon State's athletics program. I asked him what gear I should look into to like get more serious about it, and this was because Round Network was just starting. Albert and Ben reached out to me, asked if I would come down for the GWR Invitational at the beginning of last year in January. I did a similar drive. I like had work on Friday, came up, slept in my car in the morning, and then filmed the entire day. I enjoyed that process, so I wanted to get like my own gear, so I reached out to Quinn. He helped me out, but at the time, I was still very much into photo, and that's what I thought I wanted to do. I wanted to take photos and get good at that. Later on, doing more work with Round Network as like an assistant and just helping out in whatever I could. I got more interested in video. Photo seemed to come easy to me, at least the like taking photos and editing and making them look good. Maybe not the like graphic design part of it and like Photoshop and whatnot. Like the stuff that Jacob Narayan does great work. Same with Brock and Blake and all of them. They do some cool graphics. Some of them are like iffy in my head, but like a lot of them are really good.
What can you name an iffy?
Yeah, which one would you say is
What's
more on
iffy?
the iffier side? Like they could use a little bit of time in the saddle.
I most recently,
Yeah.
I wasn't the biggest fan of their like preseason rankings and like the orange and white font selection and everything, but like a lot of Jacob's graphics for the tournaments, like the Chicago themed of like city skylines going
Yeah,
into
it's pretty cool.
those ones. I like those. They're creative, and I like the graphic design aspect of them. But I've never really gone into that. But getting back on track,
This guy. He doesn't like squeezing out no
so,
juice.
so I
I
got
respect it.
I was into photos. I got all of my original equipment to do photo. And then, let's see, Salt Lake City comes around. I bring my camera to Salt Lake City. I'm like helping out. This was just, Round Network wasn't officially like contracted for anything in Salt Lake. We were just making like we were going out doing it. And then Albie and Ben were going to pitch it to Spikeball for future documentaries, and it ended up working, and that's why they were able to land the like SCS
Richmond,
championship
yeah.
and whatnot. And so I saw, and I ended up helping with the editing side of like college nationals and whatnot. So I got more interested in video, especially color grading. That was the biggest thing.
I've noticed that a lot on your Instagram.
And I'm still learning, but I really like doing that process and post. Like editing is tedious, it's whatever. I really like shooting video on site, and then the color grading aspect and creating a look for and a theme for the video in post. So I wanted to upgrade my equipment to be able to do video in a good standard, because my original camera, really good for photo, but the most I could get out of it on video was 4K 30 FPS, or like 1080, 60, 720, 120, which isn't really good. Like, so I spent a lot of money on new equipment. I got a new camera that now allows me to do 8K 30, 4K 120, 4K 60, all of that easily. So I love doing
the R5,
that.
right?
Yeah, this is the Canon R5. And so on top of that, I've gotten a drone, I've gotten a gimbal, all of this stuff to like allow me to do more and just experiment with my shooting. And now I'm just like, for the SDS championship, I ended up, instead of being an assistant that I had been on previous shoots, I was one of the main shooters. So a lot of the clips of Rogue or like Can You Come were from me, because that was the team that I was following predominantly. And I really enjoyed the whole process of like doing that. And so video has been a lot of fun. In my head, photo is easy, video is more interesting because it's more challenging. There's more to it. But
Yep.
that's
What does tomorrow look like from a content perspective as we head into the tournament that you're
ERS
TDing?
Yukon
ERS
is what we are
UConn.
talking about, by
Yeah.
the way.
unfortunately, I had these like plans to create some sort of show reel out of it, and like capture a good amount of the tournament just from running around shooting run and gun type video for me just to make. And I was thinking of like miking up some players because I've got bibs and mics to do that.
Hey, that a boy.
But unfortunately, and this is why I don't sign up for my own tournaments, I always keep myself in reserve. There is a Yukon player, Scotty, who got sick and is unable to play tomorrow. So I'm filling in to play with his partner. And so I won't be behind the camera. However, there are some other people that will be using my equipment to take photos, but not necessarily like the level of quality video that I would be capturing myself.
You should have gotten the partner that Scotty, you should have gotten Scotty's partner to just be like a little PA for you, a little production assistant for you.
See, the problem with that
That's a wild tip.
is that I would have to do a whole lot of work reorganizing all the pools and whatnot, and I don't want to mess that up and get people on
What
my
about
end.
what about like for the finals or something or the semis?
Well, yeah, as soon as I'm knocked out, I'll go into media mode.
Understood. That's what I was.
Like I'll take out my drone. I would have loved to get shots throughout the day
Right.
with my drone, but I'm just
Yeah, now
not
you got to
able
fill in.
I'm sensing a first round knockout for Noah so he can go play with his toys.
Potentially. I mean, Logan's decent. He's not like, I mean, for the top division, I'd say he's below average for sure. So we're going to have a good time, especially
But not a long time. it is.
especially leading up to the Yukon basketball games later in the day. We're there to have a good time, get things done quicker than later, because we don't want to be at the field so long that we're missing out on March Madness.
What time's the game tomorrow night?
6 and 8, boys at 6,
Girls at
girls
8.
at 8. We're gonna miss some of the guys, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have a TV at the field
Sick.
That's crazy.
That's sick.
watching the game.
That's
I love
wild.
that actually,
Yeah,
dude.
Jeff Aslan.
He's hooking it up.
Oh yeah, half of Beef Supreme, a Yukon alumni.
Dude,
That's awesome.
Life of the
clutch.
party.
Life of the party.
That's clutch. All right. Want to take this time here to pause for a quick second. Two things. First announcement, we're dealing with Matty Spo's birthday. He's 23 years old today. So congratulations on making it to 23 years. For happy
Appreciate it.
birthday to you,
Appreciate
my
it.
friend.
Thank
He
you. thank
tried to hide it.
Yeah, he didn't
didn't try
tell
to
any of us.
hide
We
it.
just spent 4 hours in the car together and we had no clue.
Because
You know,
am I
I-
going to get in the car and be like, hey guys, it's my birthday? That's just so awkward and so weird.
It
I'm not the
is.
guy to go just like promoting it.
Do you want to hear the weirdest thing? If I was friends with you on Facebook, I probably would have known it was your birthday.
Okay, you're also 40 years old and still use Facebook.
You're not on Facebook?
I have an account from when I was
I have
12.
an account too. I mean, I just use it for birthdays.
Snapchat has birthdays on it.
Snapchat. I don't use Snapchat.
That's different
for
generations.
creeps.
Different generations.
Dear Lord, somebody got to help this man. All right, and secondly, we're gonna jump into a fun game here. We're gonna play with Noah and Matt. We're gonna do a few rounds of the game, see how dialed in you guys can get, because you like to bicker, but who knows, maybe you guys can get on the same page. So that's exactly what this game is called, same page, roundnet edition. What I'm gonna do for you,
All right.
I need you both to. I'll give you a countdown at like a 3, 2, 1, and then you're both gonna say any roundnet related term. If you want to do a player's name, I ask you to use, just their last name. I guess we could do that. You could use equipment. You could say Premier Spike. You could say Pro Ball, cut serve. You could say rim. Anything that comes to your mind. You could,
All right.
you know what I mean? If it's a location, a venue, a TD, a sponsorship, anything. And then what we're going to try and do is land you guys on the same page, give you 4 chances. First chance is basically to calibrate, and 3 chances after that for you to say the exact same word.
I can sense myself getting mad at Noah already.
So
It's definitely gonna happen.
don't do too much thinking.
I think we get there by the end, though.
I think we'll be. I think
we're
we will
gonna
get
be
there.
like far off in the first go.
I think there's gonna be. We're gonna get it in 2 or 3 for most of them. I think we're confident. I'm confident in that.
Are there like? Is there a category and then we're getting?
It is.
Or just
It is
round-
simply
Just
roundnet
roundnet.
related stuff.
Roundnet's
so,
a pretty
Yeah.
niche
Yeah.
category to start.
Yeah. So
There are a lot of people though.
there are a lot of
True.
people. So
There's also a lot of
remember,
things.
We have last names. There are team names. There are So just be creative with it. But I'll give you a second.
Yeah,
Don't
all
think
right.
too hard. I'm going to go for the first one here. Let's say I'll give you for instance here, just so you can get a feel for the tempo. Let's say the word I was going to use is paper towels, just because I see it right there. I would say 3, 2, 1, paper towels.
Gotcha.
So that's the tempo.
I'm ready.
You guys both ready?
Let's fucking
Yeah.
do it.
No, are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Fuego.
ERS. I almost went Fuego.
Really?
Okay, so
that
we
would've
have-
been nuts.
So
Were you thinking like the server or the website?
Yeah.
yes is not
yeah,
an
yeah,
answer.
It's one term for both. It's one term for both. It's the same thing. So you said ERS?
Yeah, I said
We have
ERS.
ERS and Fuego. That's your first strike. We're going to 4. Take a second. I'm not
Yeah,
going to.
hold on,
I'm
hold
not
on,
going to
hold
give you a
on.
millennium here, but take a second to think about what could come next between ERS and Fuego.
Okay.
All right.
You have one. Here we go again. 3, 2, 1.
AJ Martin.
Oh, that's close.
What'd
Close.
you say?
Dantowitz. Because I was thinking Ben.
Ben. But he doesn't Fuego, does he?
No. But ERS.
And then Fuego.io.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
we got
we have a Dantowitz, and you said AJ Martin.
Yeah.
You
come on.
completely bypassed the rules. It's last names
Martin.
only, guys.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Yeah, that was
Same
the
thing.
only reason why I said Dantowitz.
I guess if you can say it quickly enough, go
Yeah.
first and
Yeah.
last.
All right.
Forget it.
All right.
I
Okay.
think we're dialed.
Here we go.
I think we have from those
We
two. I
better.
think
What
we
are the
got
2
this.
words again?
Dantowitz
And AJ Martin.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
GWR.
Nice.
yeah, come on.
Nice.
Let's
Did we just
go.
become best friends? Okay. Let's try one more. And then maybe we'll flip and I'll try and get in here. But let's see if you guys can dial it in one more time.
I think we can do it in 2.
Let's do it.
Let's do
Last one was in 3. Let's see if you can nail it down.
Hold on, I
in
need a
2.
term.
Take your
Yeah.
take your time. That was pretty clutch, actually. That's awesome.
it. Hmm.
So we're off the board with just last names. You go first and last.
How about team names?
Team names go for
Sure.
go
Okay.
the whole word. Yep.
All right.
We'll change the rules. We'll go full names.
Okay. I think I got it.
You locked?
I think I'm good.
No, you have something you could fire off. Again, here this is just to test the waters. You're not gonna match each other on this first
Yeah.
one.
We almost did last time.
Yeah.
All right,
All right,
ready?
let's do it.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
No
Broke
hit zone.
boys.
Broke boys in no hit zone.
Yeah.
Broke boys in the no hit zone. Broke boys in the no hit. And broke boys is made up of
Joel and
Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, I like
It's-
that team. And the no hit zone.
No, Joel and Mike is
Oh wait, no, that's not them.
different Mike.
Yeah.
Not,
Joel
not
and Mike
Copa Bianco.
Fitz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mike.
that's
Yeah,
who
that
that's
was
who's
El
playing
Bros.
tomorrow.
Oh, bros.
No.
Oh.
Joel is playing with another Rhode Island guy, Wilson,
Yes.
Okay.
who's newer to the
Contender guy. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So it was no hit zone and broke boys.
Yeah. We're a little far off. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is gonna have to be a 3 or maybe a clutch 4 save.
If this is a 2, it'd be insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has one. You have one you can get to?
I think so.
Okay, we're gonna go now. 3, 2, 1.
Morel.
Lefty on 2.
Okay, lefty on 2, and I missed what you said.
Morel. Joel Morel. That's
That-
what I said.
that
Joel
was-
Morel.
I was thinking like Joel is a lefty,
Oh. Okay.
Ooh.
and
I was just thinking Joel because
And
he's
you were
probably in the no hit zone more than we
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Stupid. Okay, so we have lefty on 2, and we have Joel, Morel.
Jeez.
Lefty on 2, Joel Morel.
I think we're lost.
You may have to just redial here for a chance at a 4th pull, which is like a 9th inning,
Yeah.
last out save.
Okay.
Mariano Rivera.
I know what I'm going for here.
Okay,
All right.
you have it.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay, first and last names for people. Don't forget. Let's play by the rules. 3, 2, 1.
Writing.
Elbow drop.
Interesting.
What did you say?
I said writing.
Writing.
Like elbow. Like Lefty on 2 was an article. They did writing and stuff. Yeah, hold on. That was bad.
It's his birthday. Don't give him too much crap. But that
Elbow
was
drop.
a bad.
It was bad.
fucking
It was. I wasn't ready, and then I said I was ready.
elbow drop
And writing.
and writing. This would be the most unreal clutch save of all time if you pull this out somehow.
Elbow drop and writing. I got it. Let's go. Lock in.
You have it. 3, 2, 1.
Mikey
Capobianco.
Capobianco. Come on.
That's unbelievable.
Let's go.
That's
Let's go.
unbelievable.
All right, Josh, you want to hop in?
Yeah, I'll hop in one.
You and Noah. Let's see if you guys are on a similar page as
Okay.
me and Noah.
Yeah, Matt and I have known each other for a while.
A little bit
you
now.
and I are
Yeah,
like a year and a half.
You guys are fresh.
we're
yeah.
fresh. So
Babies.
this could be tougher.
Babies together.
This could be tougher. All right, hold on. Let me think.
Take your time. Take your time.
Okay, I have one.
Any round net term.
Mhm.
Ready?
Mhm.
All right.
And in 3, 2, 1.
Reverse
Funaki.
cut.
I said Funaki.
Reverse cut and Funaki. I know what comes to mind, but I'm not in the game. Whenever you guys are ready, I'm going to give you a couple more seconds here. While they're thinking, I would like to just take this second to now introduce to the fans and the listeners that the Lemon Lads has a store online where you guys can find all the hottest merch in RoundNet right now. It is lemonlads.myshopify.com. Go visit the Lemon Lounge, get fire hoodies like these. We have t-shirts in every color imaginable, hoodies, crew necks, stickers, you name it, it's on there. Pick it up, support us, and just look fire at every tournament you go to.
I think I have it locked in, Noah. This is a bit of a stretch on my part, but if you are dialed into what we have going on, you're going to get it.
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Henrik.
NJ Roundnet. Oh, that would have been.
Henrik and
Yeah.
Would-
NJ Roundnet.
NJ Roundnet.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
Henrik's the one who, for our intro, he did the song. He has reverse. Like
Put it in
Funaki.
reverse like Funaki.
And you have NJR and I have Henrik.
So
Yeah.
NJR, Henrik.
NJR, Henrik. Okay.
It's not Roundnet related, but it would have been cool if our like next one was just like a Henrik song.
Grace.
Like if we were just Grace
Yeah.
or Call My Name.
It'd be unbelievable.
Interesting. Oh, we got a Henrik fan over here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right. So that was 2 rounds. You guys are on round 3 right now.
Round 3.
Take a couple seconds.
Oh, okay. I think I have it.
I
We
say-
have NJR and we have Henrik, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have it.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Nashville.
Yeah.
Let's freaking go.
Ooh.
Let's freaking go,
Can I get
man.
a Can I get a
The pacing-
VOD on
the,
that?
The pacing was weird
Because-
I was like still locked into Mike's pacing or Josh. My bad.
You're good.
Josh's pacing.
And
then
he is
you're like,
slower.
3,
He's
2, 1.
yeah.
Ooh, the VOD on that was
Yeah.
a little. This is a little sketchy.
Like I was
Josh goes nah, and then
I could see him saying it.
He's just
bro.
like
I was thinking
Nashville.
location because I had gone NJ and you had gone Henrik, so
That's
I
a
just
good show.
combined the
Good
two
show.
yes, me too.
I'll give it to you.
because he moved and
Yes, we're
a
dialed.
little further away.
I'll give it to you. Let's do
Yes.
one more round. One more round.
Let's do one more.
Let's do it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna look at you guys this time. I'll
Okay.
try
What
and-
are you saying? You're saying you're gonna switch up what, the tempo?
No,
You're gonna switch it to a different category. You want to
I
get
was
out
thinking
around
about
that?
doing
Go
a different
ahead.
category.
We can do life. We can do
Instead of
not Roundnet or politics related?
ooh, that'd be fun.
not roundnet or politics related. That's wild. I was thinking, let's do it since you guys are both March Madness fans. Let's do a March Madness one.
All right.
Just anything related to March Madness. I'm gonna know nothing about this, so I feel like this is good for you too. So
Okay.
take a couple seconds. Think of anything March Madness related.
Okay.
3,
I have one.
ready? And
Hold on. Could you pretend the answer
This is the tempo. This is the tempo.
Just say your answer is hat. Give me the tempo with your answer.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. Didn't say hat.
Oh,
okay,
you
got
want me
it.
to say
got
it?
it.
All right, ready?
No.
2, 1. Hat.
Okay, got it.
Got it.
Yeah, ready.
All right.
Oh,
Three-
wait. I'm sorry.
Are you guys ready?
Shit.
Jeez, what's happening? Out of
I got it.
commotion.
I'm sorry. I got it. I'm sorry.
3, 2, 1.
Sweet
Upset.
16.
Upset and Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Where my mind goes, I know the listeners don't care, but where my mind goes is apparently there's like high prediction upsets, and like usually the 7 beats the 8 in the Sweet 16, and there's blah, blah, blah,
You
blah,
should
blah,
know
blah,
how
blah.
seeding works, bro.
No, but, like-
every one of our
But like,
tournaments
no,
uses
but like
this.
there's like stats in March Madness. It's like the amount of times that the 16 upsets the 4, and like stuff like that. There's like
Never.
wild stuff. Never, because they wouldn't match up. I get
It
it.
would
All right.
never match up.
Well, they would in the Sweet 16 exactly, but
Would they?
yeah, because the 1 and 4.
Oh yeah.
I was going originally. I wanted to say UMBC because they were the 16.
All right. So what were the
that won.
terms?
Upset and Sweet 16.
Upset
Upset.
and Sweet 16. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Upset. Sweet 16. Upset.
Sure.
Sweet 16. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Clemson.
UNC.
Clemson and UNC.
Dang it.
That's not too far away though. That's driving distance.
Yeah.
All right. We're going into round 3.
Clemson, US, and UNC.
Clemson and University of North Carolina. What are we thinking? March Madness, basketball, hoops, 3-pointers.
I know what I'm
steals.
saying.
Big brain move here from Josh. Can you get on the same page as Noah?
Oh lordy.
Because I think we were on similar pages, just opposite ends.
Correct.
UNC. Clemson.
Oh lord. help
Clemson,
me.
home of some popular roundnet players out there.
I'm lost on this one. I'm gonna
Bot
have
House
to
is a
shoot,
Clemson
shoot a
team.
shot in the dark.
That's
here.
a little trivia for you guys.
I have a Clemson roundnet jersey
There you go.
that says UConn X Clemson on the back.
Yeah, I do know that one. It's
really?
an interesting
Mhm.
one. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Me and Cade Janikula did a jersey swap at Richmond
That's
Major
cool.
last year.
That's cool.
There you go.
That's
Sick.
pretty cool. Yeah, in a tough spot here, but we'll give it a try.
We're ready? All right. 3, 2, 1.
NC State.
You lost.
Dang it.
You had one job. One job just
I
to
was
say a
waiting
word.
on your tempo, and then I heard him come in so,
So, like-
quickly. He was probably
So
right
Josh
on pace.
forfeits. Noah wins.
Oh Lord, Wolfpack.
And-
What were you
Gosh,
thinking?
I was gonna say Elite 8, and then I was just waiting for him, and then like the mic didn't line up with the voice. Were you
Gotcha.
doing some sort of delay thing with your voice?
1, 2. Imagine I
right.
was just like a ventriloquist at heart.
I thought we were just gonna stay in the Sweet 16.
The Sweet
especially
16.
with, like, because like you had gone with the team that got or had been upset. I went with the team that got the upset,
And you
and then NC State just finished the upset
Damn.
about an hour ago.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't see, you told me, but I didn't see the wait, did you tell me about the result, or did I see it on my phone? I think I saw it on my phone, the result here.
All right. So, as a result of this, as you can see, Noah and Matt are on the same page, whereas Noah and Josh need some work.
Yeah,
Counseling could be in your future.
some more bonding.
Yeah.
Yes, some
I
more
think
bond.
that's what this weekend's for.
Maybe
Yes.
instead of me on the couch with you guys, I'll be on a chair
Behind
just
the
over
camera?
there.
You'll
And
be
just being
behind
like,
the camera working the
So what
the
do you guys
switchboard.
What do you guys think?
There will be a
How are you
break
guys feeling?
between.
A what?
There will be a break between you getting behind the camera and then you coming back into picture.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll look a little more disheveled.
Couples counseling.
I love that. That's awesome.
Come back and you guys are just like
That's awesome. All right, so
quiet.
I wanted to do a little bit on the preseason rankings for the competitive game. And, the rankings came out. We referenced the post that came out from, I believe it's Momentum Media.
Yes.
Did a
That
little
post,
power rankings. Yeah.
yeah, that post got some traction, and most of the comments were just like absolutely tearing that post to shreds.
Yeah. Hot takes for sure.
Some
But-
hot takes.
Hey, any press is good press.
Yeah, that's also true.
Just saying.
I'm gonna pull that up in the meantime here.
So when it comes to like their account and stuff, that's definitely the hottest post they've gotten yet. Whether people are gonna keep on it or not, that's a question. I'd like to know how many followers they got from that post, if any.
They're at 325 now. All right, I'm just going to take out the listener. If you haven't, go check out Momentum Media on Instagram, momentum.roundnet.media.
There we go.
This is their rankings. I'm just going to sift through these quickly here. Number 1, preseason ranking. Based off of what criteria? Who the fuck knows?
It
Number
says
1.
up top. Was it in the fine print up top?
What's it say? Opinion-based rankings. Essentially, who the fuck knows? That's what opinions are. It's just for fun. Number 1, Kingdom Come. Number 2, Jarvis. Not sure who that is. Number 3,
That's
Rogue.
Connor Nelson and Josh Frag.
I know, I was just doing a bit.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Noah's ruined the fun.
I'm just kidding. Number 4 is In System. Number 5, Cold Sweep. Number 6, FM. 7, Mermaid Sparkle. 8, Spotless. 9, Numb. 10, Tilted. 11, Assistive Touch. 12, Bot House. 13, ES from Germany. 14 is Justin Shatar and Emerson Dean. Team name, I guess, to be determined. 15 is a Florida team, Prestige. As you guys saw these rankings, did you think there was one ranking or one choice in this mix that was particularly like, okay, way too high or way too low? Was there any one that stands out to you?
I mean, the biggest one, just because it's on the first slide, is Jarvis.
At 2?
Yeah.
That's a crazy 2, in my opinion.
Because, I mean, they had a really good result for the tournament in West Regionals, but I don't think there was that much competition.
And have they ever played with each other other than that tournament?
I mean, they've played California tournaments.
Okay.
Like, they are the 1 and 2 California players.
Mhm.
They're the top 2.
Based off
within
of, like,
Kaiser-
Tour Series points? Or based off
between
of...
Kaiser Tour Series points.
Okay.
Got it.
And so, like, Josh Frag made Pro Division and, like, took a game off Rogue or, like,
Took a game off for where? At the championship?
in pool play.
Oh,
Did they? I don't remember. I
I
wasn't paying
believe
attention.
so, because, like, Ryan Oswalt was just shocking them with his on one knee serves,
Yeah.
and he just
I could see
off.
it. I could see it.
I could see. Yeah.
But yeah, I think Jarvis, with one good result, does not deserve to be top 3.
No,
Where they're at right now.
like, the regionals, a lot of teams, it seems like they're taking it as we just need to get top 4, so that we can compete.
We're in the
for-
conversation.
Yeah, so that we can compete for Team USA.
Right.
But winning the regional isn't the end goal necessarily.
Got it. Agreed. I'm going to go with, what would you say, Maddie? What would you say is one on here that stood out to you if you couldn't pick Jarvis?
I think, can I see that?
Yeah, of course.
I think Tilted's pretty low.
Tilted. Now we have to be careful with this low high.
Tilted
What do you mean?
should
Tilted
be
is the 10.
higher up on the rankings, as in closer to number 1.
Gotcha. Okay, so you think Tilted at 10. You think Tilted would have been more appropriate where? 5 to 7?
I could see them being 5 to 7. I think they should be above Numb, and I think they could be above Mermaid.
Yeah. I think that's...
I think
it's
Spotless
probably-
being below Mermaid is questionable, and FM being below Cold Sweep is questionable, and yeah, there's a lot.
What do you think? What do you think about ES on this list?
I think they're still a hard team to
Bless you.
really judge.
Goodness. Thank you, boys.
Because they had a pretty rough tournament, or a rough time at the championship, but it was also their first time seeing a lot of the American competition.
Mhm.
Who
And the
knows?
top of the top, yeah.
Who knows what it would be like if they were seeing more teams
More
more
often.
consistently.
Yeah.
I think they're really good players. They have some pretty interesting, like, idiosyncrasies, especially with, I believe, Paul's setting is a little funky, getting up on one leg, but it works for him, and they're both pretty sound players.
Absolutely.
But as, like, a world ranking, I think the U.S. is just really good, and I'd say they're appropriately,
this is a
ranked.
good rank for you.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
without, like, some teams being announced yet. They're
Yeah, because there are still teams
I would
up
still
in the air.
rank them below a lot of U.S. top teams. Going back on Tilted, I'll say this: last year, I was not very high on Justin Barr at the beginning of the season,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just because I hadn't seen much of his game, and the way that he set just looked really funky to me. So I didn't know how he would compete at a high level with, like, how flat he keeps his hand and how little motion it seems like he would have from his setting position. And then they got second at the championship.
Yeah, they played well all year.
Uh,
Critical, they
yeah,
played well.
because, like, at the beginning of the season, they didn't have a great result at Richmond, and I had talked with Justin and Vinny there, and like things were weird with the weighted nets and whatnot. They couldn't get serves going. It was just
We're just trying to find each other, right?
Yeah.
Because was that their first tournament they ever played together too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when Toulouse came around and Ellie and Vinny popped off, I was so excited for them to run the rest of the season together.
Ooh, interesting.
Because I had met Ellie at the Christmas Classic the year before, and really liked them as a team. But then Critical Hit came back and
With a vengeance.
had a really good showing at Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
They're
Philly,
scrappy,
and then
man.
bang,
They're scrappy
They
as
played
hell.
super well.
Yeah.
How about assistive touch not being on the list at all?
They are.
Yeah. But
I
this
just
goes
read
back to me saying that I don't think
The graphic.
the graphic was
You
great
can't-
for.
Oh, you're
specifically.
saying that because it's
hard to
like
read.
white on
Yeah,
white, it's hard.
It's hard to read. Like there's no consistency in the spacing of the words.
You want to take a look at the comments and read a couple of your favorite comments? Or maybe not your favorite comments. Just read a couple comments. I'm just curious of what the people are saying.
See what the people are saying. Damn, this is crazy. Drew Ryder says, "How's Chiva Hermanos roundnet not on this list?" That's a great shout out. That's crazy. Drew rides with you guys like that. Dang, that's
that
awesome.
New York squad.
We have Edgar here in the building. That's crazy.
just Edgar.
Chris,
That's wild. That's
we
wild.
have Chiva Hermanos. What the hell? Christian Bennett says, "I would just stick to taking pictures." That's actually pretty cold.
This is like these guys.
I don't know if it's just a joke or if he's really like.
You know how
gunning him
Brock
down.
and Jacob are doing like those reels, those trendy reels now, and like they're doing the games and stuff. I think that's awesome. I think
It
we
is
need more
cool.
of
Yeah,
that.
that's cool.
They should do like reading mean tweets, and they just read their mean
Their
comments.
mean
from this
comments.
post.
That'd be funny as hell. Will Pacone says, "Thanks for the motivation." That one actually seems a little bit serious. Gas away. The graphic, 100. The rankings, vomit face.
Yeah.
But he
Interesting.
loved the graphic. You think that was just kindness, or you think he loved
No,
it?
I think he liked the idea of it.
Yeah.
I think that if he and I talked about it, I think he would agree on like the legibility and like the visual appeal of it.
Yeah.
Because like the theme of it is cool.
It's a good idea.
It is.
But
I think it's just
in
a lot.
concept. Yeah, in concept, I think it's really cool and a really good idea for color theme and whatnot. But then the font and the spacing of the lettering just was.
It looked like he had a lot of
executed.
fun making it. He was
Yeah.
doing a lot of creative, like just testing, and just he got lost in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
good. I will say I do like if you look at things like the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Those
There
are
are
really
and like
cool.
just the Kingdom.
I
Come,
like the first
Jarvis,
page.
and
I like the first page.
Yeah.
If all of those were separate, like if just the Kingdom Come with them standing in front of it was just a square post, that'd be fire.
Like,
and just like the 1, 2, 3 with the heads in it, just 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
The first page
I think it's just
slaps.
yeah.
Because I think some of the best stuff they do is the layering of
Oh, yeah.
images plus
Yeah.
graphic design.
And the second page just
But
can't read.
Then it's just text and
Yeah.
it doesn't fit the.
Okay,
the rest
so
of the
we have
page.
we have our list here. So let's go. Do you want to? We're gonna go our own preseason rankings. We have what we have here. We're only gonna do 5 teams.
All right.
Do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Do it.
He's thought about it.
I still have Rogue at the top.
Okay.
If we're speaking in a theoretical power ranking and
Yes.
not just like statistical ranking, because that's where my head is when I hear the term power ranking and not just ranking.
Yeah.
I have Rogue as the best team if you like competed every team against each other 100 times and took the best result out of that.
I love it. Number 1 with Rogue. How about 2?
I would love to see more of Double Clutch and how they return.
Interesting.
I don't think they're the two necessarily here. I think in system could be there, especially how Columbus had gone.
Mhm.
But Double Clutch played in the South Central or the South
Yeah.
regional, and this was where I was talking about how like I don't think teams were taking it as like the goal is to win the regional.
Mhm.
It's to make Team USA, because going back to like the SDS Tour Series, Fred sees, and this was a quote that was included in the documentary for the championship. Fred sees all of the majors as just stepping stones to win the championship, and I think he takes the same attitude
In USAR.
for regionals and Team
I can see
USA
that.
selection.
I can see that.
And whatnot. So them not winning there doesn't necessarily make me think that they're going to be a bad team.
I'm gonna do a little side note here. A lot of people are thinking that because of Connor winning 2 regionals, he's like a lock for USA, for Team USA. But I think I'm on the boat of where that's not the case. I think all these guys are just going to be eligible to qualify, because you need to be eligible now. You can't just
And then you're just
pick anybody.
then you're just in the discussion.
I think because a lot of these pros are like, oh yeah, just get top 4. There's still like no shade to Connor. Connor is a fantastic player. He proved it. He showed up. He played fantastic. Won 2 regionals. That's an amazing feat to do this early in the season as a newer guy coming up. It's awesome. But I don't think he's got a lock on USA. I think still Rogue makes it over him. I still think Gabe makes it over him. I think Double Clutch probably has a better chance over them just because of the seniority and how seasoned they are.
But is that
And
how it should be?
I do think so.
What if he's just better than?
What if he's just hot right now, and what if he fizzles out by
for
June?
sure.
Right?
Well, but they decide in May. So
Is it May? I thought it was June.
I think they decided May. I heard May.
I don't remember.
I know there's 2 more.
I think it's May, but
Well, there's a lot of tour stops and a lot of tournaments between now and May.
Sure, and
So-
do the non.
there's like a Team USA selection. I don't think it's like I don't think you take into account the SDS.
That's what I'm asking. What if
I
he
think they're going
bombs?
to.
What if he bombs in
Because
SDS?
it is a panel of humans, and they're going to be thinking in the back of their head whether they're trying to be USAR only. They're going to think, oh, well, he just flubbed this tournament, or he didn't win this tournament, or he got beat by them in this tournament, if this happens, right? They're going to still take that into consideration. There's no way they just completely ignore it.
I think that either way, it should be known. It shouldn't be a guessing game. It should be a more obviously to getting top 4 and/or your results in USAR, and those alone determine your spot, or you participating and earning a bid, so to speak, to be a potential for the team. It takes place here, and then your performance and what you've done. Like for instance, like Buddy and Clark, like they're the reigning world champions. You know what I mean? It's like if they go somewhere and get a 4th place finish, you have to think you're going to take the reigning world champions again, wouldn't you think?
Yes, I think so. I want to say, and maybe I'm just wrong, but the way that it's set up is that for any regional that you play in, you can only declare one as your like in-region tournament, and so that is your partner for a later Team USA selection tournament, where you've earned a spot for that tournament, and then all of the teams that qualified are like playing against each other for
I didn't hear
spots.
about that.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
that's cool, though, if that's what
That
they're
is cool.
doing.
Yeah, I want to say there's like a Team USA selection camp. I know that in the past they tried to have those
Yeah.
in like LA, I believe it was, and they didn't end up happening. But I want to say that the reason why you have to declare an in-region tournament with a specific partner is because it doesn't matter so much if, say, like Connor won West Regionals. That was their in-region tournament. So him winning East Regionals didn't really matter for him and Sonny as like Team USA, because I don't think that works for Sonny to make it to Team USA.
What if
because
Sonny
Connor wasn't
selected
able.
that as his in-region tournament?
I think the team has to.
What if Sonny signed them up and because
Well, they
he's from
couldn't
the East?
because Connor
Yeah.
already had one.
He already had it locked. It's interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
All right, let's finish these preseason
Yeah.
rankings because we
So-
can go forever.
Yeah. So 3.
Two is double clutch, just so we're clear.
No.
insistent.
I said insistent.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So you have
Keep-
Rogue
because
insistent.
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of double clutch or current double clutch.
Yeah.
I believe they have all the chemistry. They just have to get it back because they both played a season without each other.
Mhm.
So they just have to get back to playing with each other and their improved skill sets.
Okay. So who'd you say number 3? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
I haven't said yet.
Okay,
I want to say I'll put Kingdom Come there.
Okay.
Because Grant is just that deadly, and Matt is just that good of a support player who also has the potential to pop off on any given day, and they've shown it with having won last year.
Perfect. Give me a 4 and a 5. I'm not mad at that.
I think 4, I'll put double clutch.
Okay.
And then 5 at this point is probably between Spotless is in the conversation. FM would be, though Max having been injured again. I don't know if they're there yet. Tilted is good. I don't think Cold Sweep is Vinny and Max. Yeah.
Max Prince, yeah.
I don't think they're there. So I think it's between Spotless and probably Tilted, and I'll put Spotless there.
Okay, that's your 5.
Yeah.
I'd like to do a little graphic here.
Yeah,
after we
for
post.
Instagram. I'm
Yeah,
so
for
down with
Instagram.
that. I was thinking that too.
Um,
We're on the same page.
Yeah.
Same page. Come on.
All right, take me through your top 5, brother.
Dude, I have it. I was going to ask to go next, actually.
Do it up. Let's do
I'm
it.
going to go Rogue,
Mhm.
In System,
Wow.
FM, Kingdom Come, Tilted.
Really?
That's my 5.
It's pretty cool. You have any instantaneous reaction to his list?
No, I mean, there's a lot of unknown with teams like having been away for a season,
Mhm.
like FM and Double Clutch,
Mhm.
and then coming back. So it'll be interesting to see.
I'm very
Where
low
they-
on double clutch right now. Just not necessarily for any reason besides West Regionals and Fred's performance last year. I think he didn't live up to what he could have lived up to. Like, I think his peak season, I think so far has been 2022, it seems like.
not 2021
Could be
when they won
2021
it.
when they
Well, they won it, yeah, but didn't they win more? They won 2 majors in 2022,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You know-
and then they lost to Assistive
Assistive in the
in
finals.
Yeah.
round.
You know
Yeah.
what it looks like to me, and you know, I could be all wet on this, but it kind of just looks like 2 players who have been at the top and have sort of like achieved a ton, and then now like aren't as interested in like 2-3 hours a day trying to grind and improve on different things, and they sort of are like, I can kind of show up and beat the 88% of all teams anyway, and they just don't look as dialed. What do you think about that?
I don't think Fred's there, and I don't think Rahul's there. I think Rahul's biggest problem is his like mental stability within a game, and his ability to get tilted like his former teammate
Tilted.
is
I see what you
now
did there.
named after.
Mhm.
Well, they're not named after that. It's more Tilted Towers, but same concept. I think the problem with bad combo last year was Rahul and Will's ability to just lose any interest in the game when they get down.
Mhm.
And I wonder if that's left a lasting impact on Rahul to where it'll hurt his and Fred's chances going forward. But I don't think Fred ever just thinks he's going to cakewalk through people.
Okay.
He has a very good mindset on a lot of things, and I really respect him for a lot of his thoughts and his ability to speak those thoughts and know what's going through his head at all times.
Okay. Yeah, I could go more and more on that, and I really hope that they kind of come back with a vengeance, but we can only go so long on them. We'll see. Time will tell.
Yep.
Time will tell with them. Did you just say that Tilted was partially named because of the Fortnite game? That's
Yeah.
what this...
I'm pretty sure.
Really?
And that at least that's what came to mind when they announced the
I
team
thought
name.
Tilted, like, you get pissed off.
Well, yeah,
Just
I
tilted.
think that fits their team or like their vibe as well.
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be surprised if it has to do with Fortnite because they announced the team name like when Fortnite was coming back a little bit and people were playing it more. So
Do you know if either of them are avid Fortnite players? Do you know if that could be
I
true?
feel like Will is. I don't know for certain.
Okay, because
This guy's
that
just
team
speculating.
that
But I
team
wouldn't be
name gets
surprised
really, you know what I mean? It's a little more fringe for me. Like I really like it.
I
but
like
if it's
Tilted
based off
too.
Tilted Towers. Initially,
I'm lower on it.
I'm lower on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But not really though. I guess it's still creative. But we'll find out. You know, maybe we can get them on one of these episodes this season.
Oh,
you have your list?
Sick. I said my list already.
I know, but like you're writing it down. You're good.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't need me to hold this up
No,
for
you go, bro. You go.
All right, here we go. Dang, this sucks. Number 1 overall. Dang. Oh man, everyone just thinks I'm a freaking homer, but everyone will know soon enough. Funaki Modell, number 1.
Frick yes.
As of right now, everyone probably just sits there and goes like, "Yeah, we keep hearing the same script from you boys," but just wait.
We've seen Gabe do Gabe things.
Just
Max
wait.
has been grinding. Max is a different player than he was last year. Just wait, dude. You do not want to be standing 14 feet away from FM.
I think they could be really good. I'm worried with, and maybe it's not as bad as it looked, but Max getting injured when he was playing with Fred at Mallorca.
Just wait. Just wait.
Yeah, I
Just
don't
wait till chat.
That's obviously his his business and whatever. I don't know a ton about it. All I'll say is, I messaged him briefly and was asking him, and he's like, "I'm ready to go."
Yeah, I mean
If
they
Max
were
tells you he's
supposed to play South Regionals, and it would have been great to see them there. But I mean, the tournament almost got canceled. They ended up just getting off their flights, and things didn't work out.
Right.
So it'll be exciting to see them, and I would be more than excited to put them on my top 5.
Understand? No, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Chattanooga, I think they're going to put the world on the STS and Spikeball across the country for sure in the world on notice. Funaki Modell at 1. I still haven't seen enough to kick Rogue out of the top 2 spot, so for me, they're going to go to 2. Number 3, I'm going to have to slot in system, so they will be my number 3. This is where things get a little hairy. Oh, lordy.
Yeah, this is the part where it's all
It's a
new
tougher
teams,
list.
apart from Mermaid and Assistive Touch.
Yeah.
New combinations that we haven't really seen yet.
Yeah.
It's true. I'm going to go in my 4 slot. I don't want to do this because now I know that your team name is based off of Fortnite, which really bothers me.
It's speculative.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Tilted at 4.
Interesting.
Because I don't necessarily think that individually they're going to be on anybody's top 3 or 4 players in the world list, but they're both so consistent and they both grind. They were both in the semifinals recently. I think they'll be interesting. I think they'll be the new bad boys to watch, which would be cool. I don't think they'll get a lot of love. I think they'll more or less embrace the hate and sort of I think they'll be fun to watch. So I'm going to go Tilted at 4, and I'm actually going to go Numb at 5. I think that Kieran right now is on a different level with his performance. If you're going to value someone's performance like a Connor Nelson, I feel like Kieran has had similar pop recently. Pack and Kieran are also a team that are extremely explosive. Honorable mention would be Spotless and Cold Sweep right behind them in I'm not quite sure the order. So yeah, that's my 5. What did it look like? Can you repeat it back for me? FM, Rogue, In System, Tilted, and Numb, 1 through 5. And I think that you'll see in Chattanooga, although Rogue will not be there, I think you'll see these 4 or so teams. And System won't be there either. And I think Tilted definitely will, FM will, Numb will. I think you'll see 3 of those teams in the semis at Chattanooga, and then my list won't look as crazy.
All right. What about you? Skipped out on Kingdom Come. Are you low on them?
Yeah, I just feel like they were a little bit of a flash in the pan at the championship, and they've had good results. They had good results all year, and another good result could shut me right up and say, okay, yeah, there we go. That's where you deserve to be. But as of right now, Yeah, they would be in that fringe. And I mean, they're 6, 7 on my list, 6, 7, 8. So they'd be right there with Spotless in them. So yeah, was
fair.
Kingdom Come on both of your lists?
Yeah.
Yes. And I think Tilted will be the perfect counter to Kingdom
Yes.
Come.
Tilted. That matchup. Stylistically, that's a good matchup. For,
We'll have to wait
Tilted.
and see. I think
Kingdom Come will be in chat as well.
Yes,
they could
this
be
would
the
be good.
other team in the semis.
that'd be sick.
But it's all fun to take a peek. The season hasn't even started
Yeah.
yet, and we're just diving in to look at teams. A lot of great players here outside of the ones that we sort of
Highlighted.
Highlight, yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's Matty Spo's birthday. We're here in Connecticut. We're in the
Vasington residence.
Vasington abode. Thank you very much again
Yeah,
for
this is
having
awesome.
us.
Appreciate it.
Anything you want to touch on here before? Do you have any idea how long we've been going?
Yeah, about an hour 10.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good time to start signing off.
Anything else you wanted to dive into here before we sign off? This has been a lot of fun. And before you go, I completely disagree with you now. You're fantastic on the podcast, and I'd like you to become a little bit more regular here when we get together.
Yeah, I mean, I think my biggest issue with how this went was how unprepared I was. And,
You don't need
so,
to be prepared. We're just chatting.
Yeah, but like
That's all we're doing.
having because a lot of it was me thinking, and then waiting to speak. If I had like thought of some of these topics ahead of time and like written stuff down, or at least just notes to keep myself a lot, because I went
fair.
off topic, and like looped around rather than going chronologically in some of my like story time.
I think personally, from an outsider's perspective, it all sounded pretty good.
It's nice and conversational,
Yeah.
so it feels natural. I get what you mean, though. I think next time we do this, what we'll do is, 1, we can put it on a table so you can have your laptop or something right there with you. 2, we'll give you a little bit more of a script, so if you wanted to dive into a few things and just have a few things prepared. I keep clicking this.
But
maybe
again,
that would make you feel like a touch more comfortable, but I thought it was a lot of fun.
yeah,
And I'd love to do it again if you'd be up for it.
Yeah. for sure. I think you need to
Maybe in New Jersey next time.
hopefully step back from behind the camera, get in front of the camera every once in a while.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah. Show off that face of yours. There it is.
I love it. But yeah,
it's
the floor
hard
is
to like trust someone behind the camera to get the stuff that I want to get. So
That's true.
That's a good
that's the hardest
counterpoint.
part.
That's a good counterpoint.
That is.
Especially if you feel like you're going to do it better than most anyway.
Yeah,
so it's
definitely.
tough. But yeah, any closing remarks from you, bro, before we wrap it up? The floor is yours.
I'll say happy birthday to myself.
Thank you.
Because-
Thank you.
Wow.
I don't think I actually said it out loud. I just joked about it.
I appreciate it.
I'm not.
I got it from you,
I'm
though.
not. I'm not a huge birthday guy. but
Right? There's just no need.
Yeah.
After like, it's like 18 and then 21, and then you're done, right?
Yeah.
And then 50, right over the hill.
40,
And then
I
that's it.
think. Midlife crisis.
Sometimes, yeah.
And then
It's just another day.
day by day.
Yeah,
just go with the flow.
Another day
Love that.
traveling to Connecticut for a spike ball tournament. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'll say, don't watch out for UConn roundnet. We're a fun team, and we'll be at college nationals. But I don't think we're gonna
You don't think you
turn
guys are
any
going to?
heads.
Okay.
I think you'll surprise yourselves.
I think we're a great club for the growth that we've had
It's beautiful.
and the community aspect of the club. I love everyone that's either been in the club or is currently in the club, or I may meet in the future, even after graduating. And we don't need to be competitive to have a great time within the sport. I don't
There you
do this sport. I don't grind that much anymore to get good. But I still stay with the sport because I love the people that are in the sport.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right,
I
let's
have
go.
my best connections,
That's pretty cool.
best friends.
It's community based, and that's what we all love about it.
If you have no horse in the race, this weekend, take a peek and root for UConn, which is Noah's team, the women and the men playing. The men will be playing. The women, we call her Paige Buckets.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
She's a beast.
I'm a little conflicted. I'm not.
What?
I love our teams. I don't think our women's team is going to win it all. I think our men's team
No.
has got it. I think there's a lot of problems.
Oh, is this March
with our-
Madness you're
yeah.
talking about?
March
Oh,
Madness.
I got
Yeah.
lost again.
Yeah.
I think
I don't watch basketball at all.
I think there are some pitfalls to how UConn plays.
Yeah.
I don't think we have a shot against South Carolina.
I don't think anyone does, but I think that they. Yeah. No, I get. What
I think Caitlin Clark could do it.
I don't. I think the rest of her team kind of booty.
I think they're good enough.
You think?
But on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Spike Lemonade Pod, episode 30.
Dang,
big
3-0. We
3-0.
got to get you to sign the flag.
Yep, the flag
And
signing's next.
We got to get to bed because we got a tournament in the
Yes,
morning.
sir.
Thanks
Yes,
for
sir.
tuning in. Thank you, Noah. Big time.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having
you,
me.
bro. We'll talk to you soon. Spike Lemonade Pod. We're out.
Deuces. Fucking March Madness talk. So, Round Net Podcast.
Hey, we're missing the Tennessee game right now.
know. We got to go turn it on.